Hello, Katrin here with European Paper Crafts in the US. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. Today I have lots of different birdhouses for you and cards with birds on. 10 in total. So let's get started. I have great products with you to share today, and I'm going to start with P13, and this line is called the Birdhouse. And there is a 6x6 paper pack and 2 ephemera packs. Now let's start with the bits and pieces, and you can see this all goes together very well, of course. It has these watercolor colors, the watercolor look, and you can see beautiful blossoms, a couple of birds, then birdhouses and a feather. So really nice die cuts. Next, there is the paper die cut garland, and I really like those. Each of them is just like a card topper, and there are double-sided. So here you can see the different there are 15 different pieces in there, and this is how they look. I just took out a few. So you have them with a fishtail bottom or a round bottom. Look how beautiful they are. And they are double-sided, so if for any reason you do not like this, you could turn it around and you have this beautiful accent piece for your card. Here just a couple of more. 15 altogether. Some have sentiments on there. Look how gorgeous these blossoms are. Here's a cute bird's nest, a bird. So these are the garlands. And then for the paper pack, we're going to do just a quick flip through. I'm going to show you the pack that I have opened, but I just wanted to show you that the inside cover has fuzzy cut pieces in there. So this is the front inside cover, and then on the back you have again elements that you can cut out if you're into fuzzy cutting. I don't mind fuzzy cutting, and you will see in a minute what I have done. So this is this beautiful paper pack. It has 24 double-sided sheets, and they're in there 4 sheets of 6 designs. So this is really nice because every design is in there 4 times. And let me show you those 6 sheets. So here is the first one. So really there are 8 sheets because they're double-sided. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous how this birdhouse sits here in the branches? So pretty. And on the back you have just like a little chipped wood. Then we have feathers. Very nice. And on the back is a very light music notes. The camera doesn't pick it up, but it has, let's see if it does. No, but it has like very faint music notes on there. Then you got this gorgeous piece of nothing but beautiful blossoms. In the back there is just a design. Here we have the cutter parts, and look how beautiful these are. Gorgeous cutter parts. We have on the back this marble. We've already seen this. Then there is, must be the most prettiest paper with all these fruit blossoms amongst the branches. So that's one reason why I like that they're in there several times, because look how beautiful this is. And then you already seen this. Then you have a page full of cut apart or fuzzy cuts. Now, if you're not into fuzzy cutting, then of course there is the back side of it, and look how pretty the back side is. It has these smaller blossoms, so you can certainly use the back side. Here's another one. So absolutely gorgeous. But what I have done is I cut all these out really in just minutes. And of course this is a video, and with a video we have a little bit of magic. So look at this and see in a minute what I have done when I cut them out. Okay, and here are a few more of those pieces that I fuzzy cut. Then what I did is I just inked the edges a little bit, and here they are. And they are really, you can see how I cut them out. I loosely cut them out so I don't go into every little corner, and that's totally fine. I think it just looks beautiful. These, of course, are, if you're not into fuzzy cutting, these are easy to cut out. You can even use your paper trimmer for those pieces. But why not use these as ephemera, because they are so easy. I really enjoy it now. Once you start fuzzy cutting for a while, then it's relaxing to me, and you can try it. But remember, there's actually this ephemera bag with, you know, all the ephemera already die cut. So, you know, if you're absolutely not into fuzzy cutting, then obviously you have that available as well. So now where you have seen all my prep work, let's check my cards. I started with 3 mini slimline cards. So these mini slimline cards come from Photoplay, and I have introduced them. I have introduced them several times now. I'm going to link these below. They're just perfect. So the card blanks you get in the Photoplay pack, and I add the envelopes, so you don't have to worry about it. Normally the pack comes without envelopes, but I will attach them to it. And you can see size-wise, it fits 6x3 paper just perfectly. So when you have your 6x6 paper packs and you just cut them in half, you have a piece that is 3x6, and it fits on these cards just like magic. And you do have a little bit of a white border around it. And then here, all I have done is really played with the papers. So this beautiful background paper with the gorgeous blossoms, a strip from another piece of paper. Here is one of these beautiful garland elements. I have a birdie that I cut out, a little bit of these glitter borders that I love so much. And then we have some bling here coming from the doodads. And that's it. And thank you. I computer journaled and then also inked the edges a little bit. And that's it. And isn't it this gorgeous card? So I really like how these came out. Here's my second one. Same thing. I just layered it with some green cardstock just to have it a little bit more, have a contrast. Again, this gorgeous background paper, and check out these beautiful scenes here with this birdhouse and the bird in the branches. There is one of the garland pieces, one of the cut aparts, and it says perfect place for happiness. Then I have just added a little bit of bling, a little bit of I have this wire, this very thin wire that I had laying around. So I just added this, and then one of the little birdie butterflies. And I still have a few left in my store, and I will link them below. And then the third card, here it is. And here you can see I have done the same thing. I used one of the Photoplay slimline cards. Next, I added just a piece of cardstock again to have a little bit of contrast for the paper that I have used. There is one of the garland elements, and then one of the cut aparts, Soul Full of Sunshine, and then this little piece I fuzzy cut from the pad. Is this green piece that's from the back cover, and then one of the little butterflies finishes. So these are my 3 mini slimline cards, and don't they look pretty? I think they just spell out spring. Here I made a regular A2 card. This is just a white card blank that I cut myself from white cardstock. Then I used one of the garland pieces, but I punched a hole, so it looks a little bit like a window, or maybe like the hole in the birdhouse. So very simple. You can do it with a punch or maybe with a die that you have. And then I layered the beautiful die cut pieces. These are actually not the die cut, these are the fuzzy cut pieces. Here is one of the pretty birdhouses, and then this greenery comes from the back cover. And I think it looks really nice. So I did not use the ephemera die cuts that are available. I just cut everything myself. And here I used some scraps that I had left on my desk, and then this stamp is from my stash. But the beautiful background paper, and even when you cut into these garlands, I think they look great. And there's really nothing else to it. It's just layering these beautiful pieces. For my next card, I used the birdhouse papers, but as my embellishment, I used an easy 3D topper, and this one here is from the birdhouses, and there are 10 different birdhouses in this beautiful pack by Hearty Crafts, and you can see all 10 of them right here on the cover. And they are all beautiful spring and summer birdhouses, but the one down here in the corner, is actually a winter one. So you have this bonus winter embellishment for your first Christmas card, but the rest is all for summer and spring. And here is the birdhouse that I used, and it sits right here in the upper right hand corner. Oops. These are lightly glittered, and they come in 3 pieces. So you can see this is the Christmas one, but there's only one in here. All the other birdhouses are actually for, you know, all year long, but especially for spring, because you have all the blossoms here and the pretty flowers. So here's this card. I layered the pieces with foam pads. I have one of the garland embellishments, this beautiful blossom background paper with love. Not sure where this came from, but I fuzzy cut it from something. It was in my stash. It's from one of these things that I have been recently crafting with. I had this little bit of glitter tape here that I wanted to use up, and then just a couple of bling pieces. And there is my square card. Come on, there we go. And I think it came out so pretty. The colors just match beautifully. And again, birdhouses by Hearty Crafts. Then I have more birdhouses, and this time these are relief stickers, and I have 2 different sticker sheets, and when you look at them, they're also by Hearty Crafts. So you have these gorgeous puffed up rubber stickers. So they're not plastic, they're more like rubbery, they're dimensional, and they're also very sticky. So all you do is peel them off and add them to your card, and they will stick there. What I really like is they have also mirrored embellishments, so you could put these back to back and form embellishments. If you put a little string in between, you could hang them on you know, on a bouquet of maybe just green branches. That would look pretty for spring. These are also 2 mirrored pieces. These are not. And then you have all these smaller embellishments. So on this particular sheet, you have all the different butterflies. And here, this house, this is what I have used for my card. So of course you don't have to put them back to back. You can use them individually. And this is what I have done here on the screen A2 card. One of the beautiful garlands. Here is one of the butterflies from this sheet. This gorgeous birdhouse with 2 of the birds. And then friends from my stash, and a little bit of bling finishes off. And there is a second one that I have in my shop. This one is similar, just different birdhouses. Again, you have mirrored pieces, 6 of them, and then you have as extras just flowers, and then there's this little bird, and then here is this birdhouse that is by itself without a mirrored piece. So several pieces on there, and remember, they're very sticky. So this little birdhouse no, this little bird here in the flowers. I made another card with that. And here it is. So this, because it is so small, I made a smaller card that I can always use. I like to have thank you cards around for my customers. So yeah, and all I have done here is just used a card blank that was also scraps from the last week, where I introduced these cards that I made myself for the envelopes that I found. And they came from a 12 by 12 cardstock pack, and this was a strip that was basically left over, and I made now these small square cards. Here I just used a little bit of paper. I cut a hole in there. I added my gorgeous little birdie in here. I added a flower. This little glitter piece from my stash finishes this card. So you can see they come together so quickly. And maybe I can show you how these are, you know, really, they're dimensional. So the thing is, they're sitting a little above because this one here is already popped up with foam pads. And with the smaller pieces I had left over, I created these smaller cards. Here, again, I used just scraps that I had left over, and I made them into small square cards. What I have done here is these cut aparts that I had all cut out. I inked the edges, added them to some cardstock. Here in this case into green on green cardstock. This little fabric I had still sitting around, and then added one of my die cuts, a little bit of silver string, and thank you. I computer journaled and then also inked the edges. And I think these are so cute, these little cards. I can't have enough of these. Same here, same idea. A little bit of paper, this grassy type of fabric. Don't ask me where I got this from. I had that for several years. I think it's something that came from a floral shop. Then here we have again one of the cut aparts, one of my fuzzy cuts, a little bit of stickles that I added to the birdhouses, roofs, and welcome spring. I really like that one. Again, a little bit of silver string here finishes off this cute little card that I can add as a thank you. And for my last card, I did use up a few scraps that I had on my desk, and because this is a bird, I thought this will fit in here. I didn't want you to miss this card. So first of all, this was a leftover from the Katie Sue packs. Let's see, these I introduced a few weeks ago. These have like 3 different die cut sheets in here. And on this one, and I already shared the cards with you. I can link the video below if you're interested. But I still had this part left. So I made a card with this beautiful gold finch. And then these were still left. And so I created this cute little card. So I added all the different layers. And the paper that I used here comes from the Spring Birds paper pack by Studio Light. This one here is full of beautiful spring papers, double-sided, and then not to forget, we have a boatload of nothing but by die cuts, and I have not started crafting with this yet, other than taking out one of the papers, but that will come soon. And yeah, and then here is my card that I have done. Basically just the paper. This is a die I have, so I used it as a background. I added up the pieces, so it's like a pyramid. And then this little butterfly on the roses, that is just me cutting out these little embellishments from the Easy 3D toppers. So let me show you what I mean. So when you have this bag where it holds your 10 toppers, it has this cover sheet, and that's what I do. I fuzzy cut these little embellishments, and then you always have a small one like this that you can add to your cards. So this came from the recent butterflies on flowers. That is so gorgeous, and there's going to be more videos coming with these beautiful toppers. I think next week I may have one. But yeah, so you have these extra little embellishments that you can add to your cards, and then that's it. There is a little bit of a border, and of course this border comes from this die cut sheet too, so you can use everything you have to also embellish the inside of your cards. And here are my 10 cards with birds and birdhouses. I think they came out cute. I love the paper packs. I love the embellishments. And I hope you like my cards as well. If so, I would appreciate if you give me a thumbs up, maybe leave me a comment, and share this video with your crafty friends and family. And if you like my cards, they are available on my website in value packs. So just head over and check it out. If you are interested. So this is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Please stay or get well. Happy spring crafting, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.